Greetings everyone, this is Joseph James from the School of Trade, and I want to give you guys some more information about our 3 entry patterns. Now, as you guys know, we have some very simple entry patterns we use in our live trade room. And again, these are very high percentage setups. This is the wave setup, the breaker setup, and the two-step setup. So of course you can see, right, 3 different patterns. Now I want to first of all make sure you guys are aware that the wave and the breaker, right, these are both trend continuation patterns. That means they trade with the trend. And the two-step setup, this of course is a counter trend pattern, so it goes against the short-term trend. As you can see, they're very high percentage, right, 85 to 75% winning ratios. And let's go over these patterns as they develop on our charts. This is a counter trend pattern. It's called the two-step. Now, of course, let's look at what the two-step looks like. It's a counter trend pattern. It's the only counter trend pattern we have here on your screen. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of how it sets up first. Now let's go back and look at this level of resistance first. As we break through that level of resistance, we notice that the short-term trend here is up, which means that this two-step will be taken to the downside. All right, remember, a two-step pattern is a counter trend pattern. It's ideal for sideways markets, choppy low volume markets, or anything that doesn't have a well-defined trend. So we break through resistance and we make that swing high. Now, of course, normally we break above that swing high for our breaker long. However, in this case, though, remember, this is counter trend. So in this case, we're not seeing that big explosion with the current trend above that swing high. We see signs of exhaustion, we see momentum curl to the downside, and we see the pace of the tape slow down, and all of a sudden, we see the two-step break below that swing low, and there's your two-step setup to the short side. So once again, guys, when we are back and forth around this level of resistance, if we break above the swing high, right, that's our breaker. But if we don't break above that swing high and break above the swing low, that's called our two-step setup. And again, big important things here. It's counter trend, right, against the short-term trend. We use the swing low level, and make sure you don't get above that swing high before you try to take that two-step short below the swing low. All right, let's look at the opposite direction here. Now let's say this, of course, now is support. Price now approaches level support, and where before we would be looking for this to develop into the breaker short, right, makes that swing low. In this case, though, we never see those lows broken. We never see the break of the swing low. The buyers step in, they regain control of the market, and they break, of course, now above the swing high level for your two-step long. All right, so once again, counter trend trade, the two-step trade, pay attention to the swing high and the swing low for a two-step long. I want to make sure I get above that swing high against the short-term trend. Okay, then of course for a two-step short, I want to make sure I get below that swing low, right? Also, of course, against the short-term trend. All right, so in closing, we have 3 main patterns: the wave setup, the breaker setup, and the two-step setup. Right, the wave setup and the breaker setup, these are trend continuation patterns trading with the trend, and the two-step setup is a counter trend trade. Now, of course, we've got lots more information to go along with these patterns, guys, because remember, we have 3 specific steps to your trading. See the entry pattern first, entry rules second, look for the confirmation, and of course, then pull your trigger. Now, we'll have more videos coming on the entry rules themselves, but this, of course, tells about our 3 high percentage setups. Hope the video helps, guys. Learn these patterns first, then learn the rules, and we'll see you guys in the live trade room tomorrow morning. Bye-bye for now.